60 years ago, as Singapore became independent, many in our community faced a difficult choice. To cross the causeway, where many of our friends and relatives were, or to stay in Singapore, face economic uncertainties and a precarious future, and forge a shared destiny with our Chinese and Indian comrades. Our forefathers chose to stay. They sunk their roots here, threw in their lot with Singapore, and made this island their home. Our pioneers, led by Malay leaders like Yusof Ishak, Osman Wok, Ahmad Ibrahim, strive hard to meet the social, economic, and religious needs of our community. They were also crucial members of our pioneer leadership team, united in a common vision of a Singapore for all Singaporeans. The courage, dedication, and tireless work of our pioneers laid strong foundation for our community to make progress generation after generation. Last month, I joined many Singaporeans in celebrating our nation's birthday, and like many in our community, my heart swelled with pride as Lieutenant Colonel Firdaus Ghazali led the National Day Parade, and as Lieutenant Colonel Muhammad Iskandar led the F-15 bombers salute. This is just one of the many examples of how members of the Malay-Muslim community have excelled in their respective fields and continue to contribute to the Singapore story. As we celebrate SG60, it is timely to reflect on our progress as a society and as a Malay-Muslim community. Over the last 30 years, I had the privilege of journeying with our community through my community work and across 6 ministries. I've seen firsthand what we can achieve when government and the community strive with common purpose. Indeed, our community has grown in strength, in confidence, and in our ability to rally and contribute to Singapore's shared future. The MCube agencies and Malay-Muslim Organization MMOs, which include the Indian Muslim Organizations IMOs, have worked together with government agencies to better serve the needs of the Malay-Muslim community. However, the world is undergoing significant shifts. Technological advancements, trade wars, climate change, and geopolitical volatility are just a few examples. The Malay-Muslim community must similarly confront these uncertainties. I'm encouraged by the renewed vigor from many community stakeholders, such as our MMOs, to find new and better ways to engage, collaborate, and synergize efforts to take us forward. As the acting minister in charge of Muslim affairs, I hope to build on the good work of my predecessors and fellow community leaders. I will deepen collaborations among the MCube agencies, MMOs, IMOs, and the government to chart a stronger future for our Malay-Muslim community while contributing to our multiracial and multi-religious society. Since taking office, I've been engaging widely and listening actively. I've engaged our youth groups, mosque committees, working professionals, grassroots volunteers, MMOs and IMOs, arts and cultural groups, and many more. I've also engaged the community at various settings, including coffee shops, markets and food centers, and formal dialogues. I'm touched by their stories of resilience and contribution, feel their concerns, and inspired by their hopes and aspirations for our community and the nation. To achieve this, we must tap on our collective energies and abilities as well as imagination. Every member of our community should have the chance to be the best version of themselves at different stages of their lives. Let us share in the joy of each other's success and rally around those who stumble so that they can find their feet again. For instance, Mr. Muhammad Faishal Ibrahim is the founder of Action in Motion, or AIM Society, which recently celebrated its 6th anniversary last month. Sharing his past experiences, Faishal founded AIM with 3 other ex-offenders to provide social and emotional support for others on the drug rehabilitation journey. His wife, Madam Salma Johari, also founded Wisdom, or Women in Support, to develop Outstanding Men, a support group for spouses and partners of ex-offenders. Or the story of Dr. Norham El-Yani, who inspires us through her pursuit of excellence. She holds a PhD in stem cell and developmental biology from the National University of Singapore Graduate School and currently serves as Head of Strategy and Public Relations at Hilleman Laboratories. Beyond her professional portfolio, she contributes actively to the community as the lead for life sciences under the Mendaki Professional Networks and as a member of the Middle East Council. I'm committed to supporting people like Mr. Faishal and Dr. Norham El-Yani, who have taken diverse paths at different stages of their lives so that they can do better for themselves and give back to those around them. Let me elaborate on 3 areas where my fellow PAP Malay-Muslim MPs and I will focus on in the years ahead. 1, to give our community a better life through improved social and economic outcomes. 2, to uphold the confidence of our community to practice our faith in a multicultural society. And 3, to preserve and celebrate our rich Malay arts, culture, and heritage. Sir, let me first speak on improving the social and economic outcomes for our people. We will focus on 4 areas. First, nurture strong families. Second, invest in our children and youth. Third, equip our workers to seize growth opportunities. And fourth, support our seniors to age with dignity. Families form the bedrock of our society. They create stable and loving environments for us to pass shared values from one generation to the next, and for our children to realize their potential. Strong marriages are the first step to flourishing families. Over the years, we have seen good progress from our investments to support strong marriages. The number of Muslim divorces in 2023 have fallen by 30% compared to 2019. We will continue to do more in this area, led by incoming Minister of State Zulkarnain Abdul Rahim. For instance, through the Bersamamu program, which supports newlywed Muslim couples with religious guidance on marriage and family life, and with practical skills like financial planning, communication skills, and conflict resolution. With strong families as a foundation, we will invest more in the development of our children and youth. Education is key to provide our children with a good start in life. As a community, we can do more to encourage the enrollment of our young into preschool and to sustain their attendance. We must also better support the learning of our students in primary and secondary schools, including after-school hours. For instance, under Project Jalan Kukuh, Mendaki Muiz, PA Masra, 4PM, and other government agencies reach out to youth in the Jalan Kukuh precinct. I thank our community partners and the Ministry of Social and Family Development and the Ministry of Education for your support in these areas. Outside of school, we will equip our youth to deal with the challenges of the future. Beyond the academics, we will also support them with career guidance, personal development opportunities, and exposure to new experiences. For example, Ms. Sholita Almira serves as the president of Muda SG, a youth-led organization that has organized volunteer opportunities in sectors such as community building, education, environmental sustainability, and social outreach, encouraging youth to contribute to society while fostering a spirit of care, collaboration, and service. I recently announced the formation of a Malay-Muslim Youth Task Force. This will bring together youth champions to advocate for the needs and aspirations of Malay-Muslim youths and co-create initiatives in support of the National SG Youth Plan. Minister of State Rahayu Mazam and incoming Senior Parliamentary Secretary Dr. Syed Harun Al-Habsi will lead this effort. I hope that these efforts will position our youth to seize new opportunities in our fast-evolving economic landscape. The workforce in the years to come will look very different from today, and our workers must be prepared to ride the waves of growth in the future economy. This will require a culture of lifelong learning underpinned by partnerships between NTUC, Mendaki, and other MMOs. Senior Minister of State Zaki Muhammad and Labour MP Dr. Wan Rizal will helm this area to develop community platforms that complement national-level programs to support our workers. In particular, I hope more of our workers can tap on opportunities in growth sectors like advanced manufacturing, technology, and professional services like finance. As we progress, we cannot forget our seniors, particularly those in the pioneer and Merdeka generations. Prime Minister Lawrence Wong outlined Singapore's plans to improve long-term care options through age-well neighbourhoods for our seniors and their caregivers at the National Day Rally. This initiative builds upon national programs like Healthier SG and Age Well SG. I similarly hope to mobilize our community so that we can better meet the healthcare, social, and emotional needs of our seniors. I look forward to support by members. For instance, how can we tap on the experience of our seniors to benefit the community as they transit into retirement? Or how can we better support caregivers through active aging services and caregiving networks? To this end, the Santonan Emas, programmed by Masjid Al-Mutakin in collaboration with Ma'in and Muhammadiyah Active Aging Center, is a commendable effort. The program provides holistic support for our elderly, from spiritual guidance through lectures by former Mufti Ustad Dr. Muhammad Fatwis Bakaram, to physical and social activities led by volunteers from Muhammadiyah for their overall well-being. Let us continue to explore new ways to collaborate with various partners in support of our seniors. I have spoken about improved social and economic outcomes. Let me now turn to how we will support the community to practice our faith in our diverse society. Our faith is central to our character as a Malay-Muslim community. It guides our values and how we engage one another, whether family members, neighbors, or fellow citizens. Our faith also guides us to live harmoniously with others in a multicultural and multi-religious society. Since taking on this role, I visited different mosques each week. These visits gave me the opportunity to meet congregants from all walks of life and speak with them on religious life in Singapore, among others. Let me highlight 3 areas of feedback and what we are doing in these areas. One is the need for more prayer spaces, particularly in newer residential areas. I've announced further details about the new mosque in Tampines and Tengah, and we are exploring ways to bring forward the completion of this mosque. We are also exploring how interim prayer spaces can be provided while mosque upgrading and development works are underway. Our mosques and prayer spaces are fully funded by the community, so we must be prudent in designing them and maximize our existing spaces by conducting second sessions for Friday prayers. 2, beyond physical spaces, we must groom the next generation of religious leaders. Our asatiza play a critical role in guiding our community and should be recognized and fairly compensated for their work, as Mr. Shahrid Taha mentioned earlier. As we navigate a more complex world, they must be keenly attuned to global changes while appreciating our local context. The new Singapore College of Islamic Studies, SCIS, represents a significant investment in this future by equipping our asatiza with robust Islamic knowledge and practical skills to serve the community, be it in the religious sector or in adjacent sectors like counseling and social work. I also agree with Mr. Shahrid Taha that SCIS partnership with the Singapore University of Social Sciences will be important in exposing our future asatiza to diverse academic experiences and develop them not just as capable religious teachers, but also compassionate community leaders who can help the community navigate contemporary social challenges. 3, our religious institutions must develop new capabilities to guide the community in contemporary issues. Recent fatwas on cultivated meat and alternative proteins and carrier screening for severe genetic diseases and antenatal testing have helped our community navigate new questions about food technology, environmental sustainability, and medical sciences. These rulings exemplify how our Fatwa Committee and Asatiza can provide guidance that is both religiously sound and practically relevant. We will continue to empower our Asatiza to guide the community in these complex issues, and in so doing, deepen trust in our religious institutions. Importantly, the ability to maintain confidence in our religious life depends on the trust in our religious institutions and the partnerships with a broader network of Muslim organizations. We will strengthen these networks of trust and partnership to address the religious needs of our community. Together, I'm confident that we will engender a fulfilling life for our Singapore Muslims who actively contribute to their community and society. I've spoken about improved social and economic outcomes and about practicing our faith in a multicultural society. Let me now speak on how we can celebrate our Malay arts, culture, and heritage. This is an integral part of Singapore's cultural diversity and national identity. Pak Zubir Said's composition of our national anthem, Majulah Singapura, is a prime example of how Malay artistic expressions has shaped our national identity. Contemporary Malay artists like Madam Som Said are instrumental in championing Malay dance in Singapore, while writers like Jamal Tukimin have become cornerstones of Singapore's Malay literary scene. We have also practitioners dedicated to preserving our living heritage and craft, such as Yaziz Hassan, who is passing down the knowledge of crafting and repairing traditional Malay drums to future generations. In my engagements, many in the community have told me that they hope we can hold fast to what has nourished our hearts and souls over generations, even as we pursue economic growth and prosperity. My team and I hope to galvanize the community to celebrate and develop our arts, culture, and heritage sector, showcase the vibrancy of our unique Singaporean Malay culture, and preserve our cultural traditions for future generations. The reopening of the Malay Heritage Centre in April next year represents a significant milestone in this effort. It will provide a new platform to celebrate the stories of the Malay community and recognize how their contributions have shaped Singapore's development and national identity. The refreshed centre will enhance representation of Malay ethnic subgroups, showcasing the diversity that exists within our community, with increased focus on women's contributions to education, literature, and the arts. The Centre will also see newly commissioned works by both emerging and established Malay artists in support of contemporary cultural expressions. This is part of a wider national plan. We strive to develop Wisma Geylang Serai as Singapore's first social, arts and cultural heritage hub, where culture is not just preserved, but also experienced. The National Heritage Board is also partnering with community and precinct stakeholders in Kampong Glam to strengthen its distinctive cultural identity and heritage value. Our culture should be celebrated and enjoyed by all. We will continue to support PA Masrah and the Malay Activity Executive Committees, MAECs, in various events to preserve the Malay culture, whether through performances during festive seasons or through cultural festivals and activities. Mr. Speaker, sir, allow me to continue my speech in Malay. Tuan, masyarakat Melayu Islam telah mencapai banyak kemajuan sepanjang 60 tahun yang lalu. Ini merupakan hasil keberanian, dedikasi dan ketabahan generasi perintis seperti Encik Yusof Ishak, Encik Osman Wok dan Encik Ahmad Ibrahim untuk menjadikan negara ini sebagai tanah air kita bersama. Mereka telah berganding bahu dengan rakyat Singapura untuk membina asas yang kukuh bagi negara kita sehingga membolehkan kita berkembang maju sebagai satu masyarakat dan negara. Saya berharap untuk meneruskan dan mempertingkatkan usaha baik yang dilakarkan oleh para pemimpin yang lalu bersama-sama masyarakat kita. Sejak menyandang jawatan sebagai pemangku Menteri Bertanggungjawab bagi Ehwal Masyarakat Islam, saya telah mendekati dan beramah mesra dengan pelbagai lapisan masyarakat, daripada kumpulan-kumpulan belia, seni dan warisan, jawatan kuasa masjid, golongan karyawan, sukarelawan akar umbi, badan-badan Melayu Islam serta banyak lagi. Saya amat bersyukur atas segala maklum balas yang diberi dan turut terdorong dengan gagasan-gagasan mereka untuk mengeratkan hubungan sesama kita, memperkasa kehidupan serta mencapai potensi kita. Saya bersama-sama rakan saya daripada anggota Parlimen Melayu Islam PAP yang lain komited untuk terus menyokong masyarakat Melayu Islam. Kami akan memberi tumpuan kepada 3 bidang utama bagi tahun-tahun mendatang. Pertama, kami akan memacu pencapaian sosial dan ekonomi dengan membangunkan keluarga yang kukuh dan melabur dalam pembangunan kanak-kanak serta belia. Kita juga mahu memperkasa para pekerja agar berupaya merebut peluang dalam sektor membangun serta menyokong warga emas untuk meniti usia senja dengan baik dan bermakna. Kedua, kami akan menyokong kehidupan beragama masyarakat Islam dalam konteks masyarakat majmuk Singapura dan menyahut keperluan-keperluan yang kian berubah. Ini termasuk menambah ruang solat dan memastikan bimbingan agama yang kukuh melalui pembangunan asatizah dan SCIS yang sedang dibangunkan. Ketiga, kami akan melestarikan seni, budaya dan warisan Melayu yang telah membentuk jiwa dan hati kita generasi dari generasi. Dengan pembukaan semula Taman Warisan Melayu pada tahun hadapan, kita berpeluang untuk mempamerkan budaya Melayu Singapura yang unik serta memperkaya identiti budaya dan kebangsaan Singapura. Tuan Speaker, saya dan pasukan saya telah melakarkan agenda dan wawasan bersama untuk masyarakat Melayu Islam Singapura berdasarkan perbincangan dan musyawarah meluas dengan masyarakat. Namun kami akan memperhalusinya dengan terus berbincang dengan lebih ramai anggota masyarakat kita. Seiring dengan perkembangan sosial dan ekonomi yang pesat, kita mahu memberi peluang kepada setiap anggota masyarakat untuk menjadi yang terbaik dan berkembang maju, tidak kira kedudukan mereka, dan juga berupaya untuk menyumbang secara aktif. Kami juga memerlukan pendekatan yang baru untuk menyepadukan rangkaian kerjasama bersama badan-badan Melayu Islam dan kumpulan-kumpulan masyarakat yang lain demi menggembling tenaga dan kekuatan dalam menangani ketiga-tiga bidang yang telah saya gariskan tadi. Dalam usaha kita untuk merebut pelbagai peluang di masa depan, saya berharap agar kita berpegang teguh kepada 3 nilai murni, iaitu amanah, ikhlas dan kesyukuran yang sememangnya telah menjadi pegangan nenek moyang kita serta barisan pemimpin dahulu. Tuan, dalam ucapannya, Presiden telah mengingatkan kita bahawa kita harus berusaha untuk menjadi masyarakat yang meletakkan we before me atau kita sebelum saya, di mana tumpuan kita melampaui keperluan peribadi. Kita harus mempertimbangkan bagaimana tindakan dan pilihan kita akan menyumbang kepada kemaslahatan masyarakat umum. Dengan saling menjaga antara satu sama lain, kita boleh melangkah jauh. Matlamat kami untuk masa depan yang lebih kukuh bersama bukanlah satu destinasi, tetapi perjalanan berterusan dalam pembangunan, penyesuaian dan sokongan antara kita. Ia bukan sahaja untuk masyarakat Melayu Islam, tetapi bagi seluruh rakyat Singapura. Oleh itu, saya menyuruh setiap anggota masyarakat, tidak kira umur, pekerjaan mahupun latar belakang, untuk menyumbang kepada kejayaan kita bersama. Para perintis dan generasi sebelum kita telah memainkan peranan yang cukup besar dalam mencipta kisah Singapura. Mereka memilih untuk membina sebuah masyarakat berbilang bangsa dan budaya tanpa mengira batas kaum, bahasa mahupun agama. Kini giliran kita untuk mengembangkan kisah Singapura dan mengukir lembaran baru yang mencerminkan kembara dan kemajuan masyarakat Melayu khususnya serta masyarakat Singapura umumnya. Ia merangkumi kita untuk meraihkan kekuatan dalam kepelbagaian, membina jalinan erat antara masyarakat demi mengukuhkan perpaduan dan bekerjasama dengan warga Singapura yang lain. Kesatuan ini genting dalam membantu Singapura mengharungi ketidakpastian masa hadapan serta membina sebuah negara yang kita banggakan. Marilah kita meniti perjalanan ini bersama, berbekalkan pengajaran dan kebijaksanaan daripada usaha yang lalu, serta harapan dan impian agar masyarakat kita akan menyumbang kepada kebahagiaan, kemakmuran dan kemajuan Singapura. Terima kasih dan Mr. Speaker, I support the motion.